Hello there, everybody. This is Rob, the baseball time traveler. You know, sometimes there are so many stories to be found in baseball history, and I found one this week. To the lower left there is a card that I received in the mail on August 11th, a few days ago. It is the 1939 play ball of BERG, who many of you know was ultimately known more as a spy for the United States during World War II. But he also had quite an extended baseball career. The middle picture there is a picture that was taken that is really my favorite of Lou Gehrig. And at the time that photograph was taken, nobody really appreciated the historical significance of that particular photo. And here's the story behind the photo and the story behind the spy and the Iron Horse. All right, we start with August 11th. So what I did was I took a look at what happened on August 11th in baseball history. That photograph that you're looking at is a photograph of Lou Gehrig's last home run at Fenway Park, August 11th, 1937. And that's where the story begins. Number 22 there is none other than BERG. So we're going to take a look at that photograph in a little more detail later, but let's take a look at the intertwining of BERG and Lou Gehrig's career. We're going to start off with the fact that both of them started and ended their careers in 1923 and both ended their careers in 1939. Lou Gehrig's first hit as a major leaguer took place on July 7th, 1923, and it was a base hit against Elam Van Gilder. BERG's first major league base hit was 10 days earlier on June 27th, 1923. Lou Gehrig's first home run was on September 27th, 1923, and that was against none other than Bill Percy at Fenway Park. So Lou Gehrig's first career home run was at Fenway Park, and as it turns out, this photograph from 1937, while it was not his last career home run, it was his last home run at Fenway Park. Moving forward now, we have Mo's first home run. Let's get it to. I have so many statistics I want to give to you, but I don't want to overburden it. But the fact is that Mo's first career home run did not take place until 1932, the end of May 1932. Lou, at the same time in 1932, I think it was a week or so after Mo's first career home run, Lou hit 4 home runs in one game. And as it turns out, the entire career for BERG, he had 6 career home runs. So we'll talk a little bit further on that later. All right, now let's move forward to the photograph that we're looking at. And this game took place August 11th. It was the second game of a doubleheader, and it pitted the Yankees, obviously, against the Red Sox. And the pitcher for the Red Sox was Bobo Newsom. And he's pictured here with Ben Chapman, who batted ahead of Mo in the lineup that day. Bobo's pictured on the left, Ben is on the right. I found a couple of other photographs that I actually think game match to this particular game. Here's a photograph that's a colorized photo of the Yankees, and from left to right there is Red Rolfe, the third baseman, Tony Lazzeri, the second baseman, Lou Gehrig, and on the far right is Frankie Crosetti. And this photo matches to the what is now the Green Monster. That's left field in Fenway Park in 1937. Here's another photo that I believe could photo match for this game. And the reason why I say that is that if you take a look at Lou's sleeves, they're slightly rolled up. Okay, he's not wearing any baseball undershirt, no navy blue undershirt. And if you look at the photograph here, his sleeves are rolled up. So it's very possible that this photograph was taken on the day that he hit this particular home run. And then finally, here's another nice colorized photograph, which may have been taken on that same day as well. This is BERG, and sitting in the dugout with him right there to his left appears to be Joe Cronin. I think that's a great shot of Mo, ready to go into action. Now, Mo was basically, his baseball career, he was a part-time catcher, journeyman, had a lifetime career batting average of .243, and as I said earlier, only hit 6 home runs throughout his entire career. But he came to fame later, several years later during World War II. Now let's get back to the photograph. The Yankee congratulating Lou as he's coming across the plate there is none other than Tommy Henrich, who went on to have a heck of a career. This was Tommy's rookie year, 1937. This is his 1939 play ball card. And Tommy was referred to later on as Mr. Reliable. Probably the first Mr. Clutch, if you will, in baseball. For the Yankees, that is. And not really shown clearly in the photograph, but I took a little time because I like investigating. You want to take a look at all the possibilities in this photograph. The third baseman there that you see in the far background, walking back toward the Green Monster, or the Calvert sign at that time, was Pinky Higgins, who had a long-time baseball career, later ended up managing the Red Sox in the early 1960s. But the person who's kind of obscured from our view here is the home plate umpire. And I looked that up on Baseball Reference. Boy, did I dig in the weeds on this. So here we have a photograph of Cal Hubbard. And Cal Hubbard has the distinction of being the only person who is a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He played for the Packers and Giants back in the day in the 30s and 40s. And he's also a member of the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. So that covers the photograph. And as I said, that was Lou's last home run at Boston's Fenway Park. And I just want to kind of do a few more lasts, if you will. Lou's last World Series home run took place in 1938 on October 5th, I believe, somewhere in there. And it was hit off none other than Hall of Famer Carl Hubbell. And here's a exhibits card of Carl Hubbell as well, one of my favorite players. A great, great pitcher. And Lou's final home run took place in September 27th, 1938. And what's significant about that is that the dates match 15 years earlier? 1923, Lou's first home run off Bill Percy was September 27th, 1923. His last home run, September 27th, 1938, against Dutch Leonard. And here's Leonard's 1939 play ball. And to close this out, I wanted to give you another photograph. This would have been Lou's last game at Fenway Park. This is 1939. And if you take a close look, you can identify it as 1939 because of the shoulder patches that the players wore during that season. It's the baseball centennial patch, 1839 to 1939. And if you look closely, I could swear that that is rookie Ted Williams getting ready to enter the batting cage for batting practice. And obviously, walking to Lou's left there is Joe DiMaggio. So that will be a wrap on this video. Hope you enjoyed a little look back into history. And it's kind of a lesson that if you take a look at one of your cards or one of your photographs that you've got, do a little research. There's so much to be found there. In Baseball Reference, Wikipedia, all those different resources that you can really find the stories that really bring baseball alive. This is a game, that took place almost 90 years ago, but I felt like I was part of that game. And again, this is one of my favorite, if not my favorite picture of Lou Gehrig. We'll take a closer look right here. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. See you next time.